Today I'm painting a tiny owl upon request. Because this design is a little bit more complicated, I drew it on my canvas and I'm going to paint around it. I make sure that I lead with the tip of my brush against the design for sharper lines. I chose to do blue and green for the background to give the impression of sky and trees. I'm going to do the base coat over my owl, so I start with my tan color and I add some light brown. Next, I'll add some burnt umber for shading around his body and his wings. I want to add white for some of the highlighting, so I make sure to touch up the sides of his wings and his head, as well as the feathers around his eyes. I add color around his eyes, white first, and then I put in the dark pupils to set them into the feathers to give his eyes more depth. I paint the beak a dark gray and I add a little bit of white highlighting here. Next, I paint the eyes. Note that I use two colors. Half of the eye is orange, half of the eye is a yellow mix. I add that same orange color to the tip of the beak. I add a little bit of white to the eyes. I add more to the top of the head and the face, and now I am done.